Hey guys, welcome back to This Girl Rants. Today we're going to be discussing the Battle of Labyrinth. This is the fourth in the Percy Jackson and the Olympians series. It is the second to the last. And it's so good, guys. It's so good. Again, spoilers. If you want a spoiler-free, check out my blog, This Girl Writes. It'll be linked in the description down below. And let's just go ahead and talk about this. So, first off, this is the first book that we get an actual Percy and Annabeth kiss. And the moment they started hanging out in book one, I was like, I need these two to be a couple. They're adorable and I love them. And they are. They're the best couple ever. I'm telling you, the farther you get into the Percy Jackson series, the more you love them as a couple. The next series of books that has Percy and Annabeth in it, The Heroes of Olympus, the fourth book, oh my gosh, guys, you don't even know. We'll get there. I'll do a review on that one. I will gush about how much I love Percy and Annabeth in that one. But for today, let's focus on this one. So, this one is, they find out that Luke, again, he's the half-blood that's being controlled by Kronos, who wants to destroy all the Olympians. So he basically wants to get rid of Zeus and Poseidon and all of them and let the Titans rule the world again. So he is planning on using the Labyrinth to sneak attack the Camp Half-Blood, which is where all the demigods or half-bloods train, and basically taking out the gods' army of demigods that they have, or their half-bloods, because of the fact that really the gods need the half-bloods to be able to succeed in this particular war. So he's trying to find a way safely through the Labyrinth, because if you guys know the myth of the Labyrinth at all, basically it's a magical maze that is almost impossible to get through unless you have the proper guide. And if you don't have the proper guide, you're gonna go crazy or you're gonna die. Like, those are your options. And so Luke is trying to find a guide or a ball of yarn, which it's like a magical ball of yarn that's supposed to help guide them through. Percy and Annabeth and Grover, they're all trying to find the same guide and the ball before Luke. Basically, they're trying to prevent Luke from being able to get through the maze. And there's so many really good parts in this book, guys. I don't even know how to express how good this book is, how much I enjoy it, how fun it was. I mean, literally at one point, Percy sets off a volcano, which shoots him into the sky, which drops him off at a magical island where, Calypso? Yeah, Calypso is being imprisoned, and she falls in love with him, and the only reason he's able to leave is because she falls in love with him, and her, like, punishment is that she never gets to have companionship, basically. And which is awful, by the way. But, like, what? You get shot into the air by a volcano because he's just mad powerful, and he's trying to stop the weapon of Kronos being forged, and so sure, let's blow up a volcano. That works. I mean, it does work, but it causes a lot of other problems. but yeah, and then, like, they all think he's dead, but he just, like, shows back up on the beach and is like, hey guys, at Camp Half-Blood, and they're just like, what? But yeah, that's just Percy. Like, that's just how he is, you know? Like, that's just part of his charm, part of his character, is the fact that he does crazy stuff, and it just works out. Like, it just, he has some strategy, but for the most part, he's just really gutsy, and he does what he needs to do, and that's awesome. And for the most part, Annabeth is the one who reins him in with an actual plan, and so... But yeah, but that volcano scene right before it, that's when we get the Percy and Annabeth kiss, and it's amazing. But also in this book, we find out that Rachel is a mortal who can like see through the mist. The mist is basically what makes it so that mortals don't see magical creatures and things like that that's happening all around them. And so because she can see it, she gets to guide them through, which of course puts the whole Rachel Annabeth love triangle a little more on display, and you get some jealousy happening, which is also entertaining. But one of my favorite parts has to be the fact that at one point they sneak into the like base of Kronos, and they see that his body is reforming, and like they're like running to get out, and the only reason they actually get back into the maze and away from Kronos is because Rachel throws like a blue or purple comb that hits him in the eye. Like, yeah, it's little things like that that just bring joy and happiness into this book that could be like super serious and super intense, because it's dealing with some pretty heavy ideas of war and distress between friends and family and conflict and all of that, but it still stays light and fun and enjoyable. So I really recommend everyone should read the Percy Jackson series. Don't watch the movies that don't exist in my head, but the actual books, amazing. And I just feel like the Percy books get better with each book that comes out. So I really enjoy Percy and Annabeth together and their whole relationship. So thank you so much for listening to me rant. Please like and subscribe, and have a great day, guys. Bye!